ASPtrainings.com. My name is Neeraj and we are continuing learning data structure using Python. In today's example, I'm going to show you how to write selection sort program, and we would also be doing a dry run. So this is back to basics series for data science students. So in this example, we would be using selection sort algorithm, and I would be using Python to render the dry run as well. Okay. So formal definition of selection sort. Selection sort algorithm is based on the idea of finding minimum or maximum number in each pass from an unsorted array and then put them into a corresponding position. Right. So look at this. This is my array. For the sake of simplicity, I have taken only 4 member. The array would run n minus 1 time. So the size of an array is 4. N minus 1, it means it will run in 3 passes. And in each pass is in turn compare and find the minimum number. So you need to use the external for loop which run n minus 1 time. In pass 1, the outcome of each pass we get one minimum number or one maximum number, and the array would split into two pieces, sorted and unsorted array. So in this example, the green color which I used over here is represented as a sorted array, and the yellow one and the white one is unsorted. So we assume in the beginning 41 as a minimum number, we tag as a minimum value or an index number, minimum index, and then we compare this with all the numbers. So you compare 41 with 27, because 27 is a new minimum number, we place it over here. Then we compare 27 with 24. 24 is a new minimum number, we place over here. And finally we compare 24 with 14, and 14 is a new minimum number. So you see at the end of pass 1 we got the first minimum number is 14, and therefore the outcome of this first pass, my array would be split into two pieces. The one which is marked in green color is a sorted and this one is unsorted. The system reached to second pass. It means you have nested for loop, outer for loop execute for pass 1, 2, 3, and inner for loop will run for the value within the pass. So now we'll compare the remaining part of an array. You assume 41 as your next minimum number, and you compare with 41 and 27. The new minimum number is 27. Then you compare 27 with 24, and 24 is the new minimum number you got. So by the end of pass second, you got second minimum number and you place in a second position. Then you enter into pass 3 and you assume this is your minimum number and you compare with your 27. As you see, 27 is minimum, smaller than 41, so they would be swapped, and by the end of pass third you have 27 as the minimum number as position number third. So you see in every pass the most minimum or maximum number placed towards the left, extreme left or extreme right corner of an array, and your array would be split into sorted and unsorted fashion. So if you do not understand the logic behind this, the simplest thing, you can write a program and let Python write a logic for you. You can execute a dry run from Python itself. Right? I've done the same thing in my program. This is a program written for selection sort. When you execute this program, this code, you see this code render the output in every step. Right? So it means not only the code is sorting out your array, but it is also executing every step which is taking place in the whole algorithm. So what I explain you into Excel sheet, the same thing shown over here. If you compare with the output, you see in first pass, this is your first pass. The first 3 is the first pass, and at the end of the first pass, the minimum number reached towards the left end, which is the minimum number is the first member. So by the end of first pass, your array would split into two pieces. This part is sorted array and this one is unsorted. Then you enter into second pass, and second pass you in turn compare 27 with 41, 27 with 41, and 27 is smaller than 41. Then 27 compare with 24, and 24 is smaller. So second smallest number reached to the second pass. Again, this array would split into two pass, sorted and unsorted, right? And finally you compare 27 with 41 and 27 as smallest. It means the code which we have written not only sorted the numbers and array, but also display you exactly in each step how things will take place. dry run, how dry run take place. Okay, now let's write the code completely from the beginning. What I'm going to do it, I'll create a new file over here, and for the sake of simplicity we use the same number. I create new file and I'm going to write an array. Let's assume the same array value. You declare a variable array and it has this number 41, 27, 24 and 14. Now I'm going to use nested for loop. Outer for loop will represent as a array pass. So it will run. I use range function. It start from 0 to the size of an array. So 0 to the length of an array, because array is dynamic, it may have 2, 10, 20, as many member as you want. Therefore, rather than giving a constant, I like to give a size of an array. So I use a length function over here which determines the length of an array. The next, I assume the minimum index is my variable and the value of minimum index is I, which is 0. So first pass we assume first number is a minimum number. We start with this assumption and then I enter into a second for loop which will check 41 with rest of the members. So I can use another variable called j and I use this in the range function. So j would start from I plus 1 because I wanted 41 to compare with 27, right? So you use I plus 1, start from I plus 1 and it will run the as many time as your length of an array. So I use length function of an array. Now if these two numbers would be compared and 41 assumed to be a smaller, so we say if 41 is smaller than 27, if this condition is true, you apply condition over here, or rather this condition is true, right? So 41 is bigger than 27. It means previously your minimum number was, we assume 47. After this condition is true, sorry, 41. After this condition is true, the new minimum number would be 27, right? If condition is true. So we apply condition over here. So condition is going to be if your array ARR minimum index, in our case the variable value is min idx, name of my variable, you put in a array in a square braces, is greater than 27, which is j, right? Because j is starting from 1, I is 0, j is 1. So I use ARR j. In case you like to display all the variable value in a dry run, you can do the same. This is possible. So we compare with this, you can put a parenthesis to enclose the order, or by putting parenthesis you define the order of execution, right? You can enforce the order in which it is going to execute. If this condition is true, I assign new value to minimum index, and the new value of index idx, the variable, is the same as j. And then we apply swap. So you can use a temporary variable to apply swapping as we did in bubble sort. Alternatively, the beauty of Python is that we can also use this method for apply swapping. So I swap minimum number, minimum idx with I. Just write the same thing in reverse order. Okay, so I write the same. So we can apply sort directly without using temporary variable. So Python has got multiple advanced way of doing the same thing. Now I want to display the output over here, so I can display print, and you can execute display array in every step. So I can display entire array. In addition to this, you can also display the value of I, j, and minimum index. So in case you do not understand how your code is working step by step, by running this dry run, you get to know in every step what is the value of I, right? So this is my array and these are the index number of an array. So value of I would be 0, then 1, then 2, then 3, and so on. Okay, so this is done, and now let's run it. We save it. I call this selection sort, example number second, and then let's run it. So this is your output. See, so in first go, what the way you get the output in the same fashion we executed in Excel. So this is my, it start from here 27, 41, 24, 14. By the end of first pass, this is first pass. By the end of first pass, the smallest number reaches towards the left, and your array would split into two pieces. This is sorted and this is unsorted array. In second pass, only unsorted array would be, used and to find out the minimum number. So this is the end of second pass. At the end of second pass, the second minimum number appeared toward the second left position. And third pass, at the end of third pass, third minimum number placed to third position. So this is the value of I. First time I would work. If you place I and j over here, the value of I would be 0, 1, 2, and second time the value would be for 0 time when I would be 0 because the nested for loop j would be I plus 1. So the value of j equals to I plus 1. So it run 1, 2, and 3, right? 1, 2, 3, the second value of j, which I display over here in my program. I display I and j. So you can compare how value of I and j is progressing step by step. Then value of I would be 1, then j value would be 2 and 3. And finally, when the value of I would be 2, it will run only one time. So this is your output, right? And that is an array. And I also use over here, I display the value of minimum index. So first time we assume first member 41 we assume as a minimum number, and when we compare with 27 the minimum number will become 27, then minimum number become 24, and so on, right? So in case you have difficulty understanding algorithm, the easiest way to execute your algorithm and display your value along with print. So that's it for today. Should you have any question, please feel free to write to us. Our website is www.trainings.com, bsptrainings.com. Thank you.